AZ Rant is a segment where I take a less structured and humorous approach to look at any topic that crosses my mind relating to the subject of anime and manga. It contains my raw, biased opinion and is for the purpose of creating debate and or discussion, so it shouldn't be taken too seriously. Got that? Great, now shut up and listen. If you're a regular watcher of my anime reviews, then you recently may have noticed me making some not so pleasant comments about the state of anime in recent years. And if you do, please slap yourself for making this show the basis of about 90% of anime coming out now, you mindless moe zombie. So instead of mindlessly bashing on this topic in a odd random video, I thought I could address it directly. So let's cut the bullshit introduction here and get straight to the point of the video. For me, the quality of anime coming out in the past few years, most notably from 2007 onwards, has been very lacking, at least for the types and genres that I generally look out for. Now, before I get into the nitty gritty of things, I thought I'd just point out what kinds of anime for me I've been really missing. Not me as the underground snarky sarcastic anime reviewer, but me as the avid anime watcher I started off as. For me, the animes I haven't seen in a while are those ones that can be considered epic, and yes, I know this is one of the most overused words on the internet, so let me just explain what I mean. I love those types of animes that either in the sense of scale or execution give you a sense of epicness. It provides those moments that sends chills down your spine and goosebumps popping out of your every pore with a gripping storyline that results you in marathoning the entire show in one night. If you still don't understand, then you can take a look at my list of epically cool anime characters or my AMV to get an idea of what I mean, since in terms of TV series I have not seen one of these types of animes in a while. In the wake of the recent moe slice of life boom, I seem to be seeing more anime centered around a group of close-knit friends, who just 70% of the time happen to be a bunch of cute girls with varying personalities, doing different variations of fuck all. Now, put down the pitchfork moe fans, this isn't going to be a 10-minute rant on how much I hate the moe genre, and yes, I know that at least in 2011 the whole moe slice of life genre is slowly dying out, but the fact remains that in recent years every studio and their dog have been jumping on this moe bandwagon and trying to emulate what Kyoto Animation have done, which is turn a group of cute ditzy girls into a full-blown cash cow. And that's the thing, to me it seems like anime studios are less willing to take risks with some originality and would rather sit on the fence and use the tried and tested methods that will ensure some viewers, unsure of what character design to go for, no worries, just make sure that all characters follow the colour palette that corresponds to a different Skittle flavour, and make sure to give all girls eyes that cover at least 2/3 of their face, or I don't know, have them act like a fucking cat or something, that always seems to bloody work. Not sure what plot to give your anime? Who needs a plot where you can simply put all your characters in different situations reminiscent of those little moments in life that everyone can relate to and apparently finds fucking hilarious? Or alternatively, they can go down a route that no one is willing to admit they watch, yet is always a guaranteed seller, the tits and ass route. Yes, though we hate to admit it, this shit sells. If it didn't, we wouldn't be seeing Ikitosen going through its 5th season, and Madhouse wouldn't go from making shows like Death Note and Black Lagoon to High School of the Dead. Something so unapologetically obvious with its intention and marketing, tits, and zombies, and yet it became one of the biggest animes in 2010. But of course there's always the FMA Brotherhood approach, aka the Hollywood approach. Taking a popular old show which was either unfinished or differentiated from its original source material and remaking it with updated animation and maybe a slightly different storyline. Just like how they're remaking Berserk, or how they're remaking Hunter x Hunter, or Rurouni Kenshin, or Evangelion, or you get the point. And as much as I love these shows and the idea of a remake for them, I would like some original titles too. Now, I know some snarky commenter watching is just waiting, praying, ready to throw me the Sturgeon's Law arguments. What is Sturgeon's Law? In response to the critics in the 1950s often deriding the then new science fiction genre as mostly low quality and crap, Theodore Sturgeon, a science fiction author, responded by saying 90% of everything is crap, noting that the majority of works in other fields were of equal low quality with no difference in regard to other art. This has come to be known as Sturgeon's Law. 90% of films, 90% of books, and in this case 90% of anime are generally crap. And so for anyone about to say that the majority of anime coming out has always been crap, yes, I would agree. It is true now, it was true 5 years ago, and it was true in the 90s. What I'm arguing is that the best original anime in the past few years doesn't begin to match up to the best of animes that came out before, especially in my personal last great year of anime, 2007. To help me make my point, I'll take my personal favourite animes from 2005 to 2007 and compare it to what I've seen to be the most popular or critically acclaimed anime coming out from 2008 onwards. Pre-2008 we have Death Note, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, Baccano, Black Lagoon, Eureka 7, Darker Than Black, Nana, and Fullmetal Panic: The Second Raid. From 2008 onwards we have Angel Beats, Eden of the East, Bakemonogatari, Durarara, Madoka Magica, Anohana, and most recently Steins Gate. Oh, and there's also K-On!, but I'm sure we all know my opinion of it by now. Motherfucking T! Okay, so I'm probably going to piss a few people off here, but I honestly think these newer animes just aren't as good. You have Angel Beats, a very funny anime with a very interesting concept that was ultimately let down by a lack of runtime and an incredibly bland main character. Not forgetting that a lot of this was also a slice of life comedy anyway. Eden of the East, a very interesting mystery series with an intricate plot that fell short during its 2 theatrical conclusions. Bakemonogatari, an arty anime that on one hand has some of the most well-written and witty dialogue I've ever seen, and on the other hand I've fallen asleep watching on numerous occasions. Durarara, which had the potential to be as good as Bakuno but decided to focus on the wrong characters. Madoka Magica, a breakdown of the Moe magical schoolgirl genre which admittedly I haven't actually seen yet. Anohana, a great tear-jerking high school drama even if it's not really what I'm looking for in the first place. And Steins Gate, a gripping time travel thriller which is the best thing I've seen recently, but even half of that was a slice of life comedy with a time travel twist. Not saying that my past favourites were perfect either, but they packed way more of a punch for me. Keep in mind I had to go through many blogs and websites to find stuff that stood out that wasn't purely slice of life or moe. And the majority of my favourite new ones are from 2011 anyway, so is there anything I'm missing here? Some epic gripping anime that hasn't either been a sequel or a remake that can make me stop sounding like some old school anime elitist bitching about moe and slice of life? But hey, you know what else came out in 2007? Something to think about. So here we stand now near the end of 2011, the best year of anime for a while now, but in my opinion still not back up there where it should be. Or am I wrong? Have I just been completely ignorant these past few years and become one of those elitists smacking down new animes because I can't get past the nostalgia of my older favourites? I don't know, what do you guys think? Has anime been lacking recently? Be sure to leave your own opinion in the comment section, or even better, why not make a video response? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed a less humorous and more serious video from me, and I'll see you all with a new review next time. 癒され